Hello students, today we are going to revise a summary of human respiratory mechanism. This is a very important topic, not just for your exams, but also to understand how your body sustains life itself. So, pay attention. Topic: Summary of respiration in humans. Let's start with the basics. Why do we breathe? Our body cells need oxygen for metabolism. In simple words, oxygen is like the fuel that helps burn food and release energy. But, just like any fire, this process also produces waste, mainly carbon dioxide, which is harmful if it accumulates. So the body has evolved a complete system to 1. Bring in oxygen. 2. Remove carbon dioxide. And this is done through our respiratory system consisting of 2 lungs and air passages like the nose, trachea, bronchi, etc. First step, breathing or pulmonary ventilation. Breathing involves 2 actions. Inspiration, air enters the lungs. Expiration, air leaves the lungs. How's this done? With the help of intercostal muscles between ribs and the diaphragm muscle under the lungs, the pressure inside our lungs is changed. This pressure gradient helps air move in and out. You can actually measure how much air is going in and out using an instrument called spirometer. It helps in diagnosing respiratory conditions. Next step, gaseous exchange. There are 2 major levels of gas exchange. 1. Between alveoli, air sacs in lungs, and blood. 2. Between blood and tissues. This happens by simple diffusion. And what drives this diffusion? The difference in partial pressures of gases, that is CO₂ for oxygen and PCO2 for carbon dioxide. So, remember this. In lungs, PO2 is high, so oxygen enters the blood. In tissues, PO2 is low, so oxygen leaves the blood. For carbon dioxide, the direction is just the opposite. Also, factors like solubility of gases and thickness of the membrane also influence the rate of diffusion. Transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide. How is oxygen transported? Mostly as oxyhemoglobin. Oxygen binds to hemoglobin in red blood cells. This binding is easy in the lungs, where PO2 is high, and it dissociates in tissues, where PO2 is low, and PCO2 and H+ are high. How is carbon dioxide transported? Now this is interesting. 70% as bicarbonate ion formed with help of an enzyme called carbonic anhydrase. 20 to 25% as carbaminohemoglobin, where CO2 directly binds to hemoglobin. The rest is dissolved in plasma. In tissues where carbon dioxide is high, it moves into the blood. In lungs, where carbon dioxide is low, it leaves the blood. Control of breathing, nervous regulation. Respiratory rhythm is not random. It is tightly controlled by times respiratory center in the medulla of the brain, the main rhythm generator, times pneumotaxic center in the pons, it can fine-tune the rhythm, times chemosensitive area in medulla, detects changes in CO2 and H+ levels in blood and adjusts breathing. Let's summarize this in simple terms. The respiratory system helps us inhale oxygen, exchange gases, transport them through blood, and exhale carbon dioxide. Oxygen is mainly carried by hemoglobin, and carbon dioxide is mostly carried as bicarbonate. The entire rhythm is controlled by the brain, which makes sure we breathe smoothly, even while we're asleep. Remember this for exams. Oxygen transport, oxyhemoglobin. Carbon dioxide transport, mostly as bicarbonate. Gas exchange by diffusion. Control, medulla and pons. That's all students. We'll meet you in the next important video. Until then, keep preparing. Thank you.